Greetings people, it's Jared here, Wolfgang1, back to do another Transformers review. Now this week, I have been requested via Magnus Prime to review this particular figure, and for once he's chosen something in my collection which I don't loathe at all. He's chosen something which isn't a massive pile of shit, which is really, really rare for Mark, to be fair, because he does love a shit bot. We know this, we all know this. Anyway, that's beside the point. So we're counting down, ladies and gentlemen, to the big 100, and this one he's requested is pretty decent. It's a very, very special one for me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the review for Generation 1 Ultra Magnus. Right, okay, so here is Ultra Magnus in his box. This is an original. This was originally, I mean, it still is, it's the plastic tyre variant, which means it came with like a blue head and everything like that. I have actually painted that, which I don't know if you can see that, but I'll show that off when I show the accessories. I don't remember where I got this guy. It might have been eBay, maybe a kind of, I'm thinking maybe eBay. And I'm pretty sure that I got it for a very, very reasonable price. I think 40-50 quid, something like that, complete. Wasn't expecting it to be complete, but every once in a while it's nice to be surprised. So yeah, this is the original box. Transformation process just there. You'll notice the box artwork shows him with a silver chest piece, and that was actually blue on the final design. We're going to come around to the back of the box, and that's the 1986 battle picture. As you can see, we've got the 1985 tracks there in red colours. I'll show that when I show the review of that, and actually in this one, fair enough. Yeah, fantastic. Got a little bit of spec tech specs thing, and the robot points there is still intact. So the box is a little beat up, but all in all, this is a fantastic example of this particular figure. Very, very, very pleased. So again, thank you to Marcus Prime for requesting something for once that wasn't a steaming pile of shit. Don't worry, he's requested plenty more in the upcoming weeks that will be a steaming pile of shit. I have asked him to have a think and request something that's not, but you know Mark, he does love a shit bot. So anyway, ignoring all that, G1 Magnus looking fantastic in his box. The packaging is a bit yellowed here. Magnus isn't actually that yellow. Yeah, still got the styrofoam insert, everything like that. This is a fantastic example of this piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the box and we're going to get straight on into the figure itself. Right, here is Ultra Magnus in his most basic form. As you might have all know by now, he is basically a white redeco of the G1 1984 Optimus Prime mold, and the transformation for this cab is exactly the same. It's a white prime that basically connects to the trailer. Now he's looking a lot more yellowed around the metal section and around this section here than he actually is in real life. Not saying that it's not slightly discoloured, but not as bad as it's coming out on camera. There's a little bit of well, I say a little bit, there's a fantastic amount of chrome wear on the smokestacks. This is a metal cab version. Now, two variants. One had the plastic wheels and no glass behind the cab front, and a blue massive robot head. There was another version that had plastic tyres, glass behind here, and the head was actually had a little bit of detail to it. So I've clearly got the mass release version, which is exactly the same version as the one I had when I was a child. So let's put him to one side and show you some of the things that Ultra Magnus comes with. Okay, so he came with one trailer, which will basically be a car carrier trailer, and also the main robot body just there. He would have come with two, oh shit, Christ, he would have come with two of these waistband stroke trailer hitch things. Now, because I was a wanker as a child, I didn't know that this was a trailer hitch. So I used to connect Magnus in the most cack-handed way possible to his trailer. Didn't know that's what actually this part here was for. So he comes with two of those. Well, I'm not sure, in case you lost one maybe. But yeah, so he comes with two of those. He comes with two missile launchers just here, one for the left and one for the right. No discernible detail between the two. You can put them in on whichever way you want. Comes with two of these missiles. Now my one has two. This might have actually come with 3 or 4 when it was original, but I've got 2 of these. They connect to the missile launchers. He comes with 2 large hands that will be for the giant robot mode. Okay, left and right. 2 smaller left and right hands, which are basically exactly the same as the G1 Prime ones. So he can hold his primary weapon in either small mode or massive mode. He came with, speaking of the weapon, this here. So if you want to hold it small ways, you can hold it there. For the large robot, it will be upside down and like that. So nice little bit of sculpted detail on that. He would have come with one tech spec decoder for the back of the box, just like that. No, not interesting at all. One instruction booklet, upside down, showing you all the various things that you have to do to actually make it this. One 1986 product sheet, featuring the new leaders and a couple of combiners and everything. I'm not going to show this because everybody knows what this looks like. One chest piece. Sadly, nowhere to store it that I found in vehicle mode. Maybe under the trailer, I don't know. But that will be for his massive robot mode. And finally, the large head for the robot mode. Focus would be nice. This was the all blue version. If I can just get a little bit closer with some lights would be good. There we go. I actually painstakingly painted this years and years and years ago. The G1 Prime also, the G1 Prime Ultra Magnus cap also has silver paint on the face, but I didn't have anything to do with that. Got a little bit smudged just there, but all in all, this was one of my first custom jobs. All in all, a pretty good job. So there we are. And that's all the accessories that he comes with. So we're back to this fucker. Okay. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Bear with me. Yeah, get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. Get all these things just, I don't know, here. Right. And yeah, so the G1 Prime cab. So in my games, I used to use this as the Return of Optimus Prime, sort of coated in special metals Prime when I wanted to recreate the TV show. He's got a little damage to his rub sign there. I might replace that at some point, but to be honest, it's not really a priority. Some of the stickers are missing on this, like the back tail lights and sort of things like that. Some stickers underneath on the underside. Would have been nice if there'd been some detail, like sort of chrome out the fuel tanks and everything, but whatever. Yeah, there's nothing really to speak of here at all. This is the basic Optimus Prime cab. So what we want to do is we want to make him a car carrier. We take the car carrier thing. Oh Jesus! Yeah, I broke my fucking chair quite recently, and now I'm teetering on the edge. So what we want to do is just underneath here, we want to connect this to just here. I never did that before. And then basically, Ultra Magnus will connect just like that. And then right there is Magnus in car carrier mode. And he's decent. You can actually put Autobots on. I have vodka, by the way. Turns very nicely on the trailer hitch, just like that. You can open up the back of the thing just here, and then you can have G1 Autobots ride up. And now he can actually store 4 of these, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. So I'm just going to put side swipe like that, and then take him off. You can even pull these out and lower this, and then Autobots can drive up onto the second level. So I'm just going to let you imagine that, if you will. And basically, as I said, he can hold 4 Autobots at any one time. There's side swipe, and there's the Diaclone red tracks I've got. Would have been nice if I'd got some different colour Autobots, but whatever. And as I said, he can hold 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Personal transport unit, which I think that there's a lot of playability value in that, which is obviously awesome as fuck. Right, so let's get those out of the way. Let's connect the missile to the missile launcher, and basically they will plug in like that. Oh, fuck off. And then obviously you put the other one on the other side, and that's his attack mode, I guess. As attack modes go, it's pretty inoffensive. It doesn't get in the way. On later iterations, this will be on the side, just here. But yeah, it's in alt mode. Ultra Magnus is decent as fuck. Okay, so I'm trying to rush through this because I'm basically running out of time. So let's start off with the transformation for the inner robot. Now, this isn't a shock to anyone because obviously, let's face it, everybody knows this. Everybody's done this. with an Optimus Prime. Okay, so pull out the legs. Let's pull out the feet. Do the arms. Do the arms. And then bring up the head. So as you can see, somebody has painted in the face. That wasn't me. But I've got to say, they did a pretty fucking good job of that. Let's bring that up. They did a pretty good job. I'm not going to complain. But yeah. So my one, I guess, is slightly customized, I guess. If you want to say that. And then to put his hands in, let's put his hands in. One there. One there. And then you can hold the primary weapon just like this. Just like that. And it's fine for what it is. It's, I mean, a lot of people wouldn't have really used Ultra Magnus like this. Well, I mean, I know I didn't. I played with him sometimes like this, but for the most part, he was. I used him as the character intended. The sort of white Prime thing. Some people have, he's Optimus Prime's brother or something like that. This was a carryover from Diaclone, where it was supposed to be powered Convoy. So it's supposed to be an upgrade for the original Convoy toy. But in terms of the Hasbro Western release, they just made it a completely different character, which is fair enough. Fair enough. And he's absolutely fine. This is the only metal part. And sadly, these sections aren't metal; they're all plastic. But he's decent enough. I've got to say, he is decent enough. So to take him to combined Magnus mode, right? Let's take off the hands. In fact, you know what? Let's put the hands in his chest, just like that. And what we want to do is basically convert him half to truck mode. So back in like that, bring in the arms, just like that, and then bring down the feet, okay? So we're going to have him just like that for the time being. Let's set him to one side. And now the painstaking arsehole fucking process of transforming him to the combined Ultra Magnus robot. So we want to start by taking this section, bring it up like that, okay? Fold these out, and then collapse this entire section in like this. And then this section that I just showed, the top of the car carrier, split that to one side, like that, okay? This will then, oh Jesus, this will then go out of focus because of course it will. Bring this entire bit just here. Let's just get that round like that, okay? Bring that entire section just here and collapse it in twice. Once like that, twice like that. Let's do that on both sides. And then fold them back round like this. Bring them down. Bring these up, okay? So what we've got there is the shell of a body that we now need to start adding shit to, okay? Oh, Christ. Right, so let's take the fucking trailer hitch off the back, otherwise it can't do it. Okay, so one trailer hitch just there goes across his crutch plate, just like that. Now add the weapon launchers to the shoulders, one on each side. Add the left and right fists accordingly. One there, one there. Other way would be a good job, well done. And then give that his weapon just like that. Then add the chest piece to this section just here, just like that. So Ultra Magnus really is a parts former, okay? Then turn him around to the back, and then the Prime model, the two headlight sections will connect just to where the trailer hitch was, just on those two pegs there. Be careful because sometimes those pegs can be brittle. Line it up properly, slot him in, make sure everything's all right, yep. And then finally, give him the large robot head and stick it on top of Prime's head. And there, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus Christ, I don't know how I got all that in. There is Ultra Magnus in robot mode. And you know what? He's a fucking brick. He doesn't hardly move apart from his arms go around 360 on both sides and go, a little out to the sides because of transformation and everything like that. His legs don't move, but he's a brick and he's fucking amazing. He really, do you know what? I really should have more negative things to say about it, but the toy is, 38 years old. and still looks amazing even after all this time. The blue on the on everything is a lot darker on camera than it actually is in real life. It's a very much a light blue on this. It's got some dust in places I wasn't able to get it off, but you know what? I'll live with that. All in all, Ultra Magnus is out of focus. Come on, there we go. He's big, he's blocky, he's awkward, he's bulky, and he's fucking brilliant. I mean, all right, no masterpiece butt flap for this guy, but the fact that the white legs are on the back gives it some decent definition for where the legs are supposed to be, I guess, on the back. Not too light, not too heavy, like a decent amount of weight to him. He is ridiculous, as all massive Transformers are. He's absolutely ridiculous, and he's one of the best things I've got in my collection. He is absolutely incredible. I would heartily recommend getting one, either the original, the reissue, whatever you've got to do to get your hands on one, get one, because he's imposing. He's I stick him at the back of the what do we call it, the display case, quite honestly. I stick him at the back, and he towers over he's pretty much about the same height as Metroplex, I think, and them two sit at the back and tower over everything else on the shelf. He is absolutely fantastic, bright, bold, and beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this review. This is Gerald Gavin Barry, also known as Wolfgang One, saying I will be back next week. I was supposed to do Generation 1 Skystalkers review, but whilst I was trying to repair it, I lost one of the parts I needed to actually fix. So that review is going to be delayed until such time that I found the piece and I fixed it and I've repaired it and I'm confident that it actually works. So in next week will probably be Generation 1 Skyhopper. So do look out for that. And then, of course, the week after that, we have review 100, which is something I'm really looking forward to. So do hope you check me back for that. Until we see each other again, this is Gerald Gavin Barry, also known as Wolfgang One, saying thank you for watching this. And thank you again to Magnus Prime for requesting the review. And take care.
And when tomorrow comes, I feel you laying by me, like you ain't got nowhere else to go.